this is going to hopefully be my last take on this particular story because my only hope is that good things come from this thing from here on out. So, way back in September of 2021, there was basically the announcement for Knights of the Old Republic remake for next gen consoles, and everyone was basically ecstatic about that. And then everything started to go in the way of basically absolute dog shit when it was discovered that a, a huge Star Wars hating SJW was going to be on the writing team for the KOTOR remake. And I talked about how, I don't understand, you know, well, I can know why they hire these people for their diversity hires, but I can't understand at what point do they think that hiring people who have zero interest in, or in this case, a zero interest and so full of hate of a franchise that they let them become part of it. So big news that I heard today was the SJW writer Sam Maggs apparently has left the KOTOR remake project altogether to become part of the narrative team for Wizard of the Coast. Now, that's not much of an upgrade, more like a downgrade, considering the fact that the trust for Wizards of the Coast hasn't really sort of um, hasn't really been fixed ever since the whole pedophile situation when it came to their Magic the Gathering tournament. I think it has to be Magic the Gathering. So, and you would think that this would be a joyous occasion that an SJW is no longer part of the project of a franchise or a particular game that everyone was excited for. But I've been hearing a lot of people saying, well, just because they got rid of her doesn't mean that she hasn't already done her damage. And yeah, there is some truth to that, I will admit. But the problem is that you need to have hope for these kinds of things because I've learned that being skeptical about things when you need to be optimistic is not very good for your mental health. So when I so it's been like a little bit over 5 months since that announcement made, and I'm not really certain when the KOTOR remake is coming out. Let me check something here. Like KOTOR remake release date. Oh, KOTOR's not coming out until like 2020 2023 reportedly. So this was going to so they had about 2 years before they had to release the final product, and that's if they weren't going to delay it anytime soon. So she was only on the project for 5 months. And even then, people were also saying that, oh, she didn't have a very big part. Well, that's what they always say, just so that they can trick you into buying the product when apparently they had a huge impact on the direction of the product. So a lot of people were also speculating on if she was just fired or if she quit. A lot of people were logically speculating that it was because her contract was up. And I was thinking, she was only on it for 5 months. I have never heard of a contract that's only good for 5 months. Okay, it could be that her maybe her performance wasn't very didn't meet the expectations that were laid out in the contract, so they had to terminate it. But all I know is that I see it this way: an SJW shitbag left a beloved product, loved by millions, to go work with a bunch of pedophiles. All right. And the reason why, and you guys are still wondering why I'm using that term to describe Wizards of the Coast, let's like I said at the earlier that whole debacle hasn't really been, you know, solved. So after this whole incident, I have just really not like big hopes, but I am starting to have a lot of hope for the KOTOR remake. I probably won't know. I probably won't have any more hopes until I either see a full on trailer, because there was only the revealed trailer that only showed Darth Revan, but we didn't get to see, like a cinematic trailer or a gameplay trailer, and it probably won't. My hopes probably won't be brightened up until I actually get to play a demo, which will probably won't be for a while. But I guess at this point, just keep your eyes open. And that's pretty much all I'm going to be covering about KOTOR, the KOTOR remake at least. So if there's any more development, I'll probably talk about it. But hopefully after this, all my worries have come to an end. So guys, thanks for sticking this far. Really enjoy your guys' feedback. If you would, please leave a comment, join in the discussion. I would really appreciate, some debate about this. And let's try to keep Star Wars great.